What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about my AR-15 and how I got it built under 600 bucks. Alright, so I know what you guys are thinking out there. Yeah, nowadays, you know, things got better. You can build guns under 600, under 700. I believe with PSA's sales going on lately, you can build them under 500. But this AR here is not fully built on PSA parts. There's parts on here that if you were to build this exact AR, it'd be over 1,200 bucks. The reason I got it so cheap and was able to build it under 600 bucks is going through the used market. So like using Reddit, Facebook Marketplace, what else did I use? eBay and Arms List. So what I'm trying to get through to this point is if you buy used or like from your buddy or something, you can save a ton of money. I'm gonna start from the tip, and as you can see here, I do have a Call Valley Precision linear compensator. For those of you who don't know, what a linear compensator does is redirect the gases forward. So if you have a guy next to you at the range on either side, the gases won't be so direct, you know, aiming at them. So the DBs will be a little less because it would take a little longer for it to go forward and then have to like bounce off the walls and stuff and then come back and impact your ears. When you use a regular muzzle brake like this one's meant to reduce felt recoil and muzzle rise. So every time you shoot your rifle, you know, the round comes out, it will tend to rise, obviously. So what these ports do here is aim the gases upward, which help bring the barrel right back down to get like right back on target. And also, like I said, reduce felt recoil. So yeah, I mean, like if you want to do yourself a favor, your friends a favor who are shooting with you, get a linear comp. It helps out a ton, man. You can see I do have this Olight Odin. I know Olight isn't known for its best quality lights, but this light is bright. There's multiple reasons why I went with this light. One being the price, and two, it is extremely bright. This thing is 2,000 lumens and it can reach up to 300 meters in distance. Let me show you guys here. That is bright. Three, I love the accessories it came with. It has the Picatinny rail mount, so you can attach it anywhere you have Picatinny available. And then also it does come with the pressure pad, so it works as in press once quickly, it's constant on, or you can press and hold and release and it shuts it off. It did come with two 3M double-sided tape, so if you don't have any available Picatinny, you can put some here, let's say, and then you can attach that to that, so you can pretty much mount it anywhere where it's most comfortable for you. Four, I do love that it's quick release, so it has a little locking tab here. Just flip that, push it, and it comes off. So I have it mounted down at the bottom because if I have it mounted to the sides here, being the M-Bus sights that are quick pop-up, they do have these little tabs here for you to deploy them. And if you can see there, if I had it mounted to the side, it would hit the M-Bus, so it would, you know, defeat the purpose of having a quick release because it's not coming off. You have to fight it. And then going back to the quick release, why I love it, it's, let's say you're in a fight and then your gun is rendered no longer useful. It breaks or you run out of ammo and you have no backup ammo. You can either toss it behind you or just toss it. I mean, depends on what you're going through. You can easily, you know, like I said, pull this tab back, take the lock off, push it, and now you still have a handheld flashlight available. On the handguard, I did go ahead and add some Ergo ladder rail covers, as you can see here. They're good for when you're C-clamping or just, you know, gripping your handguard. It reduces the pressure being put on by those Picatinny rails, so it gives you like a better surface on there. Mainly it's for aesthetics, if you ask me. I added some in front on both sides just to give it that more FDE look to it. On the sides, I did add these Magpul Type 2 rail covers. As you can see here, they are textured. So if you're out at the range and you're sweating or you get cut and you're bleeding, you have a good grip on it. The second reason I got them is because if you guys know, shooting, you know, hundreds of rounds on your barrel gets hot. so it gives you an added barrier to the heat being dissipated by your barrel, you know, to protect your hands. I do have a BCM Gunfighter foregrip. I watch Clint over at Classic Firearms, and he swears by this one, and this is my first one, and I can honestly say it is my favorite so far. You can use it as a grip for the front, you know, to control your rifle a little easier. I like to use it as C-clamp position, where I would put my hand here like this, and it kind of gives you like a support, you know, to better grip your rifle. Moving down the handguard, you can see that it has a QD mount. It has it on both sides for your sling attachment. I think I did go over it, but pretty briefly. I do have M-Bus pop-up sights by Magpul. So like I said, they have these paddles where you can just press them down and they pop up quick. I mean, they have 3 positions, 1 on each side and the top. Moving back to the upper, this is an arrow enhanced upper. I got this on a steal. I mean, I got the upper, it was complete with the forward assist and the port cover. They're both mil spec. It came with the upper, the Stinger Raptor handguard, the 5.56 MMP Sport 2 barrel. It's a 1-in-9 twist, and the gas system. Oh, and it also came with the pop-up sights. I think I paid like $240 for everything. I mean, that is a good price if you ask me. Running in the upper, I do have a PSA no logo BCG. This BCG has around 3,000 rounds through it so far, and it's still going. I mean, I'm trying to test its longevity on it, so when I go to a range, I'll swap it out in different rifles as I'm shooting and just add more round count to it. On top of that, I have a Athens, I think this is the Talos BTR 124 by 24. It is a second focal plane, so it has an edge reticle on there. It's also illuminated. It gets bright. It's not the brightest whatsoever, but you know, in daytime you can still see it, unless I think it does get washed out by the flashlight, but I mean, pretty much any optic with 2000 lumens will get washed up. It came with the UTG mount, which was a plus. I wish it was a quick disconnect mount, which I'll probably end up getting later on if I get a good deal on it. But for this rifle itself, I think it's a pretty solid setup. It's lightweight. I think they come in around $30. You can find them on Amazon, but it was included with mine. I got it on eBay. I think I paid about $75-80 for everything, which I had this sitting in my safe for about 2 years. So I figured, why not throw it on my 16-inch rifle that's made for, you know, longer distance shots. Because for my other rifles, they're pistols, as you can see right here. I'll explain more on those later. I like to use red dots and maybe a magnifier, but those are not made for your, you know, 200, 300, 400, 500 yard shots. Where in this one, the 4X will help. I mean, you can get a 1-6, 1-8, and 1-10, which I think those are great. But you are looking at, you know, over 300, 400 bucks for one of those. The clicks are pretty positive. I don't know if you can hear those. Unfortunately, they don't come with covers, with turret covers, which I would think would help out, like, you know, in case you bump something, you know, if you're running and gunning, like I said. But these are pretty positive, and they do take quite a bit of pressure to actually move it. So I don't think bumping it, it'll move them. That's kind of why I went with this LPVO. And then moving down to the lower, this is the Aero X15 AR lower. I ended up getting it for around $75 from a buddy of mine at a local gun store. I bought a few of them, so he gave me a good discount. My favorite part about this lower is that the rear detent, the hole is threaded, so you put the spring in there, you put a little screw in there, and so if you have to remove your buttstock and your end plate, it won't come out shooting. You can easily remove it and put a new one on there without having to worry, like I said, about it shooting across the room or something. Or if you're out at the range, you know, you're never going to find that spring. This lower, I did end up completing it with a lower parts kit I got off of Reddit. I can't remember exactly how much I paid. I know it was some $50, but I mean, it came with everything and then some. So it's a PSA lower kit, but it did come with this AR Stoner extended mag release. So AR Stoner is more budget friendly oriented company, but this mag release is solid. I mean, it feels like any other mag release you can find out there. It's very lightweight, and it helps, you know, I have smaller hands, so I mean I can still get a regular mag release, but this just helps out without having to break your grip. It also came with these K&S anti-walk pins. I never had K&S or any anti-walk pins on my rifles, and I did have 2 occasions where the trigger pins just walked out by themselves. It wasn't like they didn't come flying out or anything, but they did walk out a little bit where I would have to just push them back in there. Probably come out enough to where your trigger, you know, the trigger position moves and you will no longer be able to manipulate your trigger. And then it came with these Battle Arms Development extended or enhanced 3-piece kit, which includes the takedown pins, the bolt catch, and the magazine release lever. Now that we're here, I kind of lied to you guys in the intro. This exact rifle, as you see in its configuration, is not sub 600 bucks. Exactly how you see it here, it's sub 800, which is still a good deal, because if you see here, I have a Fostech binary trigger, which for those of you who don't understand or never heard of a binary trigger, so regular trigger, you know, you got your safety and your fire position, right? So regular trigger, you pull the trigger, it fires. As it chambers a new round, it resets and you can fire again. Now, the best part about this trigger right here is you have a 3rd position. So you flip it one more time, and now let's say you go, you chamber your round, you fire, it chambers a new round. Again, like a regular trigger, it would just reset. With this one, you get another bang. So that's 2 rounds. You get a shot when you shoot and a shot when you release. So there's videos out there if you guys want to search up binary triggers that give you a more in-depth look. Like I said, this is just going to be a quick overview of what I have installed. But if we do put that mil-spec trigger that came with that lower parts kit I got off of Reddit, then it puts you back down to sub 600 bucks. This trigger alone is 300 to 350 bucks. I ended up getting it on a huge steal. I mean, I saw it on Reddit, I called dibs on it, and it was at least 20-30 people who also wanted it after me, but I was lucky enough to be the first one to comment on there, so I ended up picking it up. I think I paid like 175, 200 bucks for it. I still haven't shot it. I'm waiting to go out to an outdoor range because as most of you know, indoor ranges, they don't allow rapid fire. You have to wait like 1 or 2 seconds in between shots, which is kind of lame if you ask me. So I'm waiting to go to an outdoor trigger where I'm able to, you know, see what this trigger can actually do. I know it's a learning curve. I've seen videos, but I'm excited to go out and shoot it. For the grip, I do have a B5 Systems grip. This one came with my X-Star EP9 I had purchased a while ago. I got rid of that gun since, but it is an awesome AR9. If you guys are looking to get into the AR9s, it takes Glock mags. It's sub 500 bucks, guys. I mean, you cannot get it any better than that. It's super lightweight, being made of almost all polymer, except for what I believe is the barrel and the bolt carrier group, because I believe even the trigger and the safety selector are polymer. And then for the trigger guard, I don't know if you guys can see that right there. This is a B5 polymer trigger guard. I got this from Midway. It was I want to kind of say basically free. I think it was like $1. And then for the buttstock, I went with the B5 Systems just to tie it in with the grip and the trigger guard with the Bravo. This isn't the enhanced one. I think it's called the SOP mod. This is just a basic one, but I like this one a lot. One, the price, it was only like 30 bucks, and it did come with the buffer tube, castle nut, and end plate. Inside there, I believe I have just a regular Aero buffer. I think it's standard weight H, with a standard Aero spring. And then, as you can see, I have a Magpul rear sight to accommodate the front sight. It's my last resort. I highly doubt I'll ever need it, you know, knock on wood. Because if the batteries run out on your LPVO, I usually carry backups. But if I don't have one and it runs out, I still have an edge reticle, so I can still use to center my sight. Let's say it breaks, or the glass cracks, or fogs up, or, you know, etc. You can take this off, Unfortunately, you do have to carry tools to take this one off. Like I said, I'm hoping to buy a QD mount for this one. In worst case scenario, you can try and rip this thing off, break it off, and then you still have backup sights. Like I said, it's really my last resort. I don't know if I talked about it. I do have a Radiant Raptor LT. The Radiant ones have been one of my favorite charging handles. I don't own a Geisley. I know everybody loves the Geisley ones. I don't have one, unfortunately, but I am looking for one to try and decide for myself which one is better in my opinion, because so far I have this one, a BCM gunfighter one, and then I think I have a Warhammer, which completely sucks. We'll talk about that when I get to the rifle it's on. That's pretty much it on this rifle. I mean, if you guys have any questions, again, leave them down in the comments below. If not, you can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is @DATGUYwithGUNS. DM me. I try to get back to as many messages as possible. I've helped some guys out find some cheaper parts or good deals on parts. If you need me to find something for you, I can. I'll send you links. If you don't have time due to work, school, kids, you know, family, all that stuff, make sure you follow me, man. I'm on all social medias. My Snapchat is @DATGUYwithGUNS. And then don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there, man, and hit that bell notification, because I'm coming out with more content. I'm trying to get better at my content. Trying to get over the fact that the awkwardness of talking to a camera and not an actual human, because you know, you got to break that barrier. I understand that over time it fades away, and I'm hoping to get way better at this. I have a ton of content more to give you guys. I do have these two rifles, which on my Instagram I'm gonna do a poll. I'm gonna see which one you guys want to see next. Next video, I do have a huge announcement for you guys. I'm gonna be doing a giveaway. It's nothing huge, it's just something I want to give back to all my subscribers. For that giveaway, I am looking to get at least 250 subscribers. I am far from that. I'm like at 42 subscribers. So please let your friends know, tell them about my channel, let them know what I do, let them know what you guys are learning from it, tell them how bad I suck. Just them to come by, watch me. That Guy with Guns. Hope to see you guys in the next video.